After months of patiently waiting, I've finally managed to place my LEGO Pick-a-Brick order, and I wanted to share with you exactly what I ordered. Ever since the release of the LEGO vending machine set, I've been dreaming about getting a couple of Griffin Knights and Kraken Knights to add to my LEGO castle collection. However, there was no way I was going to pay £150 for the full set, when all I wanted was 4 minifigures. Then, after buying the LEGO Creator Horse Knight castle set at the end of 2025, I also wanted to bulk out my Horse Knight army, as well as introduce a couple more Serpent Knights. The Serpent Knight was my absolute favourite LEGO minifigure of 2025, and I wanted to start building a varied army of Serpent Knight minifigures. Finally, after months of pick-a-brick stock issues, I couldn't wait to show you what arrived. I ordered 3 Griffin Knights, and all I can say is that it was definitely worth the wait. The original 2 Griffin Knights from the vending machine set look incredible, with their brand new shield designs and highly detailed torso and lead printing. The torso is particularly useful, and a simple swap of arm and hand colors would make this torso work with any castle faction. This happy chappy is the Griffin Knight Archer. The new shields were way too expensive at more than £2 each, so I went for the cheaper option of a bow and quiver, which adds more variety to my tiny army of 3. These helmets really make these Griffin Knights stand out against the other factions too. Next up are the Serpent Knights, who instantly became one of my favorite castle factions. I wanted to build a warrior mage, who leads the Serpent Knights into battle. I found this black plastic cape on Pick-a-Brick, which I thought looked amazing, and really suited the occult vibes I was looking for. The head with scary red eyes comes from the CMF Series 7 Evil Knight. I also wanted a more heavily armoured Serpent Knight, so using the torso, legs and armour from the same Series 7 Evil Knight, which works perfectly for the Serpent Knights, I simply added a matching great helm with yellow feather and the beautiful looking yellow shield. The Kraken Knights are an interesting bunch, and I can't help but feel that they were influenced by the Ironborn from Game of Thrones, a tough race of warriors more at home at sea than on land. I ordered the parts to make the original 2 Kraken Knights from the vending machine set, one with a whip and the other with a cutlass. The torso printing and the impressive green Kraken shield both work really well together. There's nothing flashy about their drab green and brown appearance, and the jury is still out on the brown version of the Viking helm. Whilst the helm fits nicely with the green neck bandana, we sadly lose all of the character from their faces. As with the Griffin Knights, I chose an archer for the 3rd minifigure in this small army. The brown bow and quiver really works well with the overall Kraken color scheme. However, I think I'll swap the helm for a brown hood or some hair. This brings us nicely to the 4 extra Horse Knights, which I'll add to my modest Horse Knight army. A far cry from the drab Kraken Knights, these knights look splendid in their clean and crisp white, blue and silver designs. Starting with the Spearman, who gets a shield and a blue neck gaiter to keep warm whilst keeping watch. Next, I wanted to add a more heavily armoured knight, with raising visor and pauldrons to protect his shoulders and neck. I used a white feather instead of the red plume seen in the Horse Knight castle set, as I felt this was a much cleaner look. Armed with a long sword and shield, this armoured knight will wreak havoc, either mounted or on foot. Completing my Horse Knight army are 2 archers, ready to offer covering fire by filling the sky with arrows. I couldn't resist ordering more of the blue hoods, which I think work perfectly for these bowmen, offering better visibility and movement compared to metal helmets. I used the King's legs for the 2nd bowman to help add greater variety to my Horse Knight army. I may also look at swapping these silver chainmail arms with either white or blue alternatives. I'm sure one of my Lion Knights wouldn't mind a cheeky arm upgrade. I hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you for letting me share my latest LEGO Pick-a-Brick order with you. I'd love to hear from you in the comments, whether you liked my choice of minifigures and what you would do differently. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.